Bright suns, everyone. We are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios because the time has finally arrived. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is now open at Walt Disney World. I have been holding out from coming here. I haven't gone to any of the previews. I've seen videos, but this will be my first time experiencing this land of Black Spy Outpost and Batuu in person. I can't wait any longer. We gotta go, let's go. So we are rounding the corner from Toy Story Land. You can see how the rockwork has been carved to take people here to the planet Batuu and Black Spy Outpost. Seeing the buildings already, I'm getting a huge smile on my face. I have been a lifelong Star Wars fan. I remember seeing the original trilogy in theaters when they were re-released in the 90s. Saw 1, 2, and 3 in theaters when they were released. Of course, 7 and 8 now, 9 later this year. I'm just a huge Star Wars fanatic, and now to be here in a fully fledged Star Wars universe is pretty fantastic. Found the restrooms, or excuse me, the refreshers as they are called here on Batuu. So on the ground, you're seeing signs of both humans and droids. We've got the blue and the green milk stand over here. The First Order has arrived. Boo, we don't like them, but look at that TIE echelon. That is gorgeous, oh my God. Just look at the scale of this place. Bright suns. I love it. I've got to learn all the lingo. Bright suns, till the spire, rising moons. Oh my gosh. Like seeing elements, like kind of things you would see on Tatooine. Same kind of design of the doors and the stairs going up. A ship just flew by. A ship just flew by. There she is. That's the Falcon, all right. Oh my God. She's right here. I'm gonna cry. Like, this is amazing. Like, I remember playing with the Falcon as a kid. I still have the model. She's breathing, like she's. Oh, this is amazing. I didn't think I would get this emotional, but this is amazing. This is so weird. It's like closer to the ground than I expected. Like, oh my God, I'm standing underneath the Millennium Falcon. You see the battle damage and the details. I can't wait to go inside and fly this thing. I think we're gonna go do that right now because I'm not waiting any longer. We gotta do this. Dude, backside of the Falcon, it just tried to start up. Chewie just tried to start it, it didn't go. I'm freaking out right now. I'm here with my friend Clint from Thrill Geek. He's going to be my co-pilot.
We're gonna do it!
Let's do it!
We're gonna pilot the Falcon!
Come in, come in! I have an opportunity for you all that is bad, dangerous. I was going to say profitable. You think I'm so heartless I would set my friends into danger?
Yeah.
You insult my honor, and believe me, I have very little honor to insult.
How about one of the engines blew up again?
We'll talk later.
Oh my God. Chewie, we're home. I just had to touch it and see what it felt like. It feels so weird. You know, you're watching on video and on screens all the time, and you have an idea in your mind of how the space plays out. But now, like, you're here. I feel a little like I don't know.
Just let it out. It's okay, Megs.
I gotta take a seat.
Take a seat.
Oh,
How's that feel?
very comfortable, actually. This is pretty awesome. This is seriously really, really awesome. Like, they brought this to life, and it's exactly what you see in the films. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a horde nest right there. There's where Luke used to train. This has definitely been a ship that has seen a lot of action. Yeah, that is for sure. And it's about to see a lot more because we got a mission to do for Hondo Naka. We got to go get some supplies.
All right, here goes Banks. First time piloting the Falcon.
I'm like even looking into the cockpit right now. I'm just like, there's the window.
All right, here goes Banks.
Oh my god.
Sitting in the pilot
The
seat.
noises.
It's cool. You're gonna like this. Yeah, go ahead, sit down and put on your.
All right, here we go. We're signing off.
Let's do it.
Push the flashing button to take off. Pilot on the left. Use your stick to fly right.
All right,
All
teamwork,
right, Clint,
Banks.
we got this. We got this, Clint.
Pilot on the right. Pull back on the stick to fly up. And push forward
Whoa.
to fly down.
Whoa, go down.
One gunner. I hope you're a good shot. Weapons are online.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, go down, 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 down.
Down, down.
Up.
Whoa.
No, right, Clint.
Whoa.
Now let's go get
All right,
back to action.
let's do it.
Right pilot.
Yes.
Make the jump to light.
Do it,
Let's
Banks.
do it.
Do it.
Oh man, I'm so happy.
All right, here we go.
All right, let's get that coaxium, guys. Let's do it.
Those heavy dies are protecting the train. Take them out. They've locked on
Great
to
job,
us.
Gunners.
Take
Great
easy
job.
action.
Whoa, go down, go down, go down.
Whoa, no,
Whoa!
my bad. Sorry. First
All right,
time.
we got it.
We go.
Whoa!
Pilot brakes.
Oh!
Okay.
Push the
All right.
buttons. I'm powering.
I got it. We got it. I just powered up the ship. That was so cool.
You see gunship.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Down, Banks, down, down.
Ah, I went the wrong way. Sorry.
This poor ship.
Yeah, we didn't die. Here we go. Woo!
We got him.
We got him.
Watch
All
out.
right, whoa, let me navigate.
Made chewy.
All right, good job, everyone. Woo! We did it.
We saw some new footage from Rise, the D23. I noticed in the footage there was a little girl with a creature standing behind her in the land. Will we see more creatures and droids inhabit the land and walk around?
You know, over time, I think we'll grow. You know, I like to say we've got more characters in this land than any land we've ever gotten because each one of our cast members has a backstory. I don't know if you've all talked to our cast members, but I would suggest that you go to any one of them and say, how'd you get here? What's your role? What's your job? And they've all created their own stories, and they did this on their own, by the way, which I think speaks to the fact that everyone, you know, using the term cast member, everyone's always on stage. They're all kind of creating. So I think we've got more characters than we ever even dreamed of. But yeah, I think over time, you know, we'll continue to add and make things fresh, just like we do any of our parks. It's always a constantly evolving, constantly growing experience.
As a traveler, first time visiting Batuu, what should I go check out here in this city?
Oh my gosh, everything. So first thing I like to do is join the Droid Depot. My wife is a big fan of our droids here, and she loves to create those BB series droids.
Okay.
Of course, if you are looking to make some scrap metal, Savi's is going to be your best place.
Okay.
I say scrap metal because we really don't want to talk about what we're actually doing back there because we don't know who might be listening.
All right, so we're here inside the Droid Depot. This is one of the many unique merchandise opportunities here at Galaxy's Edge. Now, can you walk me through what are guests going to do when they arrive inside?
Yes, so you're at the Droid Depot. When the guest comes here, they have an opportunity to build a BB series or an R series.
Okay.
So today we're going to have you build an R series.
All right.
And the great thing is that there's baskets here, and they kind of have a blueprint of what kind of parts that you're going to need. And here, it is a customizable experience, so you can pick whatever color that you want as for the conveyor belt, right?
Okay.
So you'll need a canister, we will need a dome, and you'll need two types of blades.
So this is what we want canisters?
Yes, yep.
All right, so we need this. Let's go with the matching color
All right,
here.
I like where you're going.
Then we need,
And so you're going to need a set of legs that look like this, and then you're going to need a little separate one that looks like that.
okay, so
All right.
we'll do these right here.
All right, great. So now we're ready to go to the build station.
Okay, so we'll
I'm
take them
gonna
over
meet you
here.
there. So once you're here, so this is really where you start to build your droid. So you have all your parts, you have your legs, we have screwdrivers, and they're all ready for you to be able to build your droid.
Okay.
And then once you have your build joint, you've only completed the first step, because there's a second step, and that's really important, and that is to activate your droid.
Okay.
So we already have one in the activation station ready to go.
Very nice.
And once it's in here, this is where we actually want you to push the blinking red button. And by doing that, you're gonna start the activation sequence that's gonna bring your droid to life.
Oh, that's cool. It tells you what it's doing, preparing.
So this is always a good time to start thinking about what you're gonna name your droid, because you're gonna name it whatever you wanna name it.
Okay, okay. And then he's starting to come to life.
He's starting to come to life. Here you go.
Classic R2 unit right there. And arrow.
So now,
saying hello.
So now you have a fully functioning RC unit.
That
so
is
what
so
you,
cool.
You take it out of the activation station. In here you have a now remote control.
Okay.
So here is how you can control the dome.
All right.
And then this is movement.
Okay.
All right. So you can move it. You can, and this interacts with the land. So outside of the experience that you just built it, you can take it and walk around with the land with it, and it'll have interact with beeps and boops. And the great thing is you can further customize your droid. I'm going to show you a second.
Okay.
Is it has this, you can get a sound chip affiliation. So basically it's a personality chip.
Okay.
So you put it in here, there's resistance, there's smuggler, and there's first order. So if you put the resistance in here, I go over to the resistance area, I'm going to get happy boops and boots. But I go to the first order, I'm going to get scared boops and boots. So it further changes and it customizes your experience to whatever you want it to be. Every guest will get this packaging, which is great because you can also have the cut through so you can see it while it beeps and boops and moves around. Or if you still want to carry your droid like Anakin carried his droid in a backpack, we do have our Droid Depot backpack as well.
I love that. So if I were to name a droid, let's see, if an R2, say it's an R2 unit, I'm going to go with R286. 86 representing my birth year.
Okay, I like it. So R286.
He likes it.
He loves it. He's ready to go and have a great day with you in the land.
All right, so we are here outside of Savi's workshop. And this is where you can go in Black Spy Outpost to get all your scrap metal needs. But between you and I here, it's not just scrap metal. We're here to build our own lightsabers. Let's go.
And that's why you're here. To look ahead, to the future. To build this. A lightsaber. And take your crystal. When you have chosen your crystal, kindly place it on the green tray on the station.
And you have this for the flavor, Traveler. It's going to make it feel like wonderful.
Well done.
Amazing, thank you.
Wonderful. And then this will be your
Once you've done this,
My friend,
finalize your host, and you may place it in the host stand.
activate your sabers. Raise your sabers. You have built a lightsaber. Like the Jedi and the Sith that have come before you, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark.
So how does one like yourself end up here on Batuu?
I was born here.
Okay.
I grew up up north in a place called Surabat. Nice little harsh conditions. It's about an hour away from here. And this is where I come to work my day-to-day.
What is your day-to-day life like here on Batuu?
It's standing out here in the three suns, my friend.
I can feel the three suns, that's for sure.
So we all have different jobs. I myself am an outpost guide, so I will help guide all of the off-worlders who are traveling here to their first time to Batuu, try to find their ways to get in, whether it's in line for a Ronto roast or maybe helping Hondo over in Docking Bay 5 doing some smuggling. I mean legitimate business.
Of course. All right, so here we are in the marketplace area of Black Spy Outpost. This is where you'll be able to find various different shops, including this stand that sells some popped grains, which I'm going to try right now. Very sweet. Where I'm from, it tastes kind of like Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops, that kind of fruity taste. Very good. I would pick it up when you're here on Black Spy Outpost. Now, along with the popped grain cart, they also got some shops where you can buy creatures. You can get your merchandise with the Black Spy Outpost on it. They have got a place where you can get some clothes, the Toydarian Toy Maker where you can get some awesome toys. There's something happening up there. There's the creature stall with the really cute little creature right here. Lots to see and get here in the marketplace. And it's nice and shaded in some areas, so you want to get away from those three suns, come in here. And the Toydarian Toy Maker. You see the owner right up there making some toys. But it's very like wooden kind of representations of a lot of iconic Star Wars imagery. So you got the Falcon here, you got some stormtroopers, Vader. Look at that! What is this instrument called?
This is a clue horn.
Okay.
That song is like, all you travelers are like really interested in that. I'm not really sure what it's from.
I mean,
like, everyone's like super interested. Like they're always humming it and singing it and that sort of thing.
So this is the creature stall, and there are a lot of creatures up in here. Stuff you can buy, but as well as things that are living up in here. Oh, look at this guy. There's a creature in here. It's taking a nap. You can see it's got a little porg that it loves. So of course, all over the land, there are Arabesh that you can translate via a data pad on your phone with the Play Disney Parks app. Now I translated this over here. This middle bike has the initials LMA. I've heard of LMA as a thing that used to be on my home planet. I wonder if it might be a nod.
Spy Outpost, they've got a lot of merchandise opportunities here for guests to pick up a souvenir on their way back to Earth. So what is all available here?
Sure. So we have an array of merchandise available for all guests of every age that they can come here and really live their Star Wars adventure. So we're in Dockendar's Den of Antiquities. He is a collector of all things, but especially drawn to the Force-sensitive items.
I love it. There really is something for every kind of Star Wars fan here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I just wanted to point out something that I absolutely adored, and it was this ring right here from The Last Jedi, and it's a pretty accurate representation of that.
Yes. So we worked closely with Lucasfilm. We were able to view a lot of the jewelry and merchandise and apparel that you see and really bring that authenticity to our guests. So it does, depending on who's coming by, you can hide your allegiance to the Resistance or be loud and proud.
Now, one last question I wanted to talk about, specifically in here in the Den of Antiquities, there is a lot to see. So what kind of things could guests look up and find?
You know, I think some of the really neat items are all the helmets. We know that no matter if you're a part of the Resistance, the First Order, Rebels, the helmets are such an iconic piece of that history. So seeing those helmets, we have, for example, Leia's Bouche helmet that she wears in Jabba's palace when she's rescuing Han Solo. And probably one of my favorites is the Mandalorian helmet. So helmet and weapon. Doc found a way to bring that here.
All right, so we've made our way to the outskirts of Spy Outpost here on Batuu, and it looks like the Resistance has set up shop out here. Got an A-Wing right here, right back there. X-Wing is parked. They've got a merchandise cart here for Resistance supplies. And then over here is where their base is. And pretty soon, later this year, we're gonna be able to go in there and help the Resistance out. This is really a beautiful area of Batuu. I love seeing the spires up in the sky there. Lots to explore and look at over here. We are right outside the entrance of Rise of the Resistance. This is where you'll board the ride starting December 5th here at Walt Disney World. But as part of the media event today, they took us inside and we got a sneak peek at two of the show scenes. Now, the first one is the load area where you're going to load onto the Resistance transport. You see Poe Dameron's X-Wing. And then we got to see the interior of the Star Destroyer. This room is huge. I look at maybe like the biggest room I've ever seen in any theme park. It is truly a life-size Star Destroyer. You see one of the TIE fighters on the wall. There's an army of stormtroopers standing there watching guard. It is so beautiful in there, so like mesmerizing and like I can't even think of the word. It's just beautiful, and I cannot wait to see the whole experience in December. You mentioned where you're from, so are there other settlements around this planet?
Oh, absolutely. So aside from Surabot, a lot of the community here comes from two other main places. Pika is a very friendly, very river community, very friendly group of people down there. And then we've got Galma. It's also a really nice place, but it's if you're into more of the seedy kind of illegal pod racing, that's where you'd want to go.
Three Suns here. I am parched. I need something to drink. We're here at the milk stand. Now, this is where you can get the iconic blue milk and the green milk. So I've been very excited to try this. So let's go ahead and grab some. Hello, Bright Suns. How are we? I would like a blue and a green milk, please.
Got it.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, here we go. Blue and green milk. Let's try the new green milk first. Very thick texture. Very kind of, can't really describe that taste, but it's definitely otherworldly, that's for sure. Let's try the blue milk. So that's what this tastes like. All these years wondering. It's pretty good and definitely cold and refreshing. You're gonna need it on Batuu.
Chef, tell me about the food offerings here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, because they look very, very unique.
You entered into Docking Bay 7 Food and Cargo, and if you look above, we have cargo shipments coming in daily from around the galaxy.
I saw the ship on top outside.
Yeah. So the cargo comes in, we empty the contents, usually some great ingredients that we've gotten from all over the galaxy that's inspired these dishes that we have up in front here. And then the cargo pods are then emptied and put around in the dining room for the guests to sit in.
Perfectly recycled.
Right? Some breakfast items. So we start out with our overnight oats. It's kind of the lighter side of breakfast. It's oats that have been marinated overnight in almond milk. It has some fruits, some berries in there. Has some caramboya, and also has some strawberry boba balls on top. We have the Mustafarian lava roll. So we have a spiced raspberry fondant on there. We have cookie crumbles, and we have a lemon powder on there. Moving into the all day, we have our tip yip, which is one of our guest favorites.
I love that name.
We've taken it, we've fried it, and served it over mash and roasted vegetables and a green gravy. Same thing here with the Kadu ribs. We've taken the ribs, we smoked them, we added a little glaze on top of it. It's served on a blueberry cornbread and a purple cabbage slaw. Over here we have our yob shrimp. So we mix them with a little noodle salad, some crispy vegetables in there. They have a spicy but sweet vinaigrette on there. So it's delicious on a hot day here on Batuu. It's a nice light offering. We have the shack roast. So the shack roast, again, is slow braised. It has a cavatelli pasta, some mushrooms, some kale. So everything you kind of find on that forest floor, along with the grubs, which are really the cavatelli pasta. And then our plant-based dish. One of our guest favorites here. It's all plant-based. It looks like meat, but again, it's all plant-based. It's has some spice in there, and then it's served over a chimichurri hummus with a pita. We have the oi oi puff, which is a raspberry-filled, mousse-filled puff with a passion fruit mousse on top and a raspberry sauce. Then for our chocolate lovers, we have the decadent chocolate cake with a coffee mousse and a white chocolate mousse. And they both have our moss on there, which is the matcha cake. We have some cool items for you to taste as well.
Oh, yes. Look at this.
So the blue milk, of course, the kefta plant-based meatball, and our oi oi puff. And we eat here with the spork, which is native to Batuu as well.
Try this. You said this is entirely plant-based.
Plant-based. So it has a little chili powder, some cumin, some garam masala in there, so it kind of gives you those spicy undertones. There's a little quinoa mixed in, as well as the vegetables that are mixed together in there.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And then that chimichurri hummus underneath just brings it all together.
Wash it down a little bit with the blue milk. There you go.
Yeah.
What mousse did you say that was?
It's a raspberry mousse in the center there.
That is delicious. And
Thank you.
Where's that one served? Is that served here as well?
Served at Docking Bay 7 as well. All these items here are served at Docking Bay 7. We have a couple over here, the Ronto roaster and the Nuna jerky, which are served over in the souk, along with Katsaka's kettle corn.
All right, so we are taking a little break right here outside of Ronto Roasters. Get out of the Three Suns. It's quite hot here on Batuu, but I want to go over a few of the hidden details you can find around the land and tributes to other attractions and Star Wars movies. So first off, talked about earlier, over in the marketplace area, you can find a mini speeder bike with, in Arabic, the letters LMA, obviously for Lights, Motors, Action, which this land sits on the former land of that attraction here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, also, you're going to find inside Doc Undar's a plethora of hidden details in there, including helmets, props, and things from various Star Wars films, and even you can find the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones is hiding in there. Now, outside of docks, we're still trying to confirm this one, but there is a giant broken foot outside of docks. We're thinking that may be from the Anubis statue at the Great Movie Ride. That would be a cool little detail. Over at the Millennium Falcon, if you look underneath the cockpit of the Falcon ship outside of the ride, you might be able to find a very small miniature Falcon hanging out. And also the trash cans that you find throughout Batuu, they have numbers on them. That number is the same number of the trash compactor from the Death Star from A New Hope. Lots of more details are around the land for you to discover when you visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, when you're also visiting, there is a really cool way to interact with the land and the rides, and that is by using the data pad in the Play Disney Parks app. Now, I've got it downloaded and pulled up already right here. So you're gonna be able to hack certain signals throughout the land. You can scan Arabesh and translate it, and you can tune into frequencies, listen to First Order or Resistance talking to each other.
You, I hear, have been in charge of a lot of the smaller details, including a lot of the creatures that we're finding around the land, correct?
Some of the creatures around the land we had our hands in, especially like when you go in the QSR, the big fish that's hanging in the QSR. That fish, we were actually loaned the molds from Lucasfilm. He was originally appeared in the Solo film, and so we built him using molds from Lucasfilm, actually. So that's one of the really cool, shows our collaboration, how great it was to work with Lucasfilm, that they would allow us to use those things.
Now, what are some of the little details? People are walking around. You see all the big set pieces, but what are some things, little things that people need to look out for?
There's there's hundreds of little things, and you'll see something different every time you come, and that's the goal. You want people to always see, in my opinion anyway, you always want to see something different. You don't want to see the same thing all the time. So like if you go in the toy shop, if you look up, look really close at Jabba's sail barge up there and all the little characters, and one of the characters happens to be Dokandar or an Ithorian. So it's almost like in my opinion, the toy shop, the Toydarian, maybe feels like they owe Dokandar a little bit, so they did a little sculpture of Dokandar up there just to make him happy and make him feel like he's part of the toy shop or something.
We absolutely have the supplies that are perfectly legal to give to denizens of Kashyyyk.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're loading the Falcon right now.
This is going to help you. This is a selection of combs.
Yes.
For Wookiee maintenance.
Exactly. Don't brush it off.
Right. No, don't.
No.
And of course the Wookiee hair oil keeps it very sleek. That's the slogan. Sleek on Kashyyyk.
All right, so it wouldn't really be a Star Wars story without the cantina. And here at Black Spy Outpost, we have Ogas Cantina. We're inside here right now, and we're going to talk about what some of the offerings are here. So what do we got on display right next to us here?
Well, what we have here is, here at Ogas, where you can see bounty hunters, scoundrels, you name it from the course of the galaxy coming here. This is the local watering hole. And here at the watering hole, on the far left-hand side there, really one of the signature drinks that we have is our Blue Bantha. The Blue Bantha consists of, that's our blue milk, and Oga, she might be a little snarly, but she has a soft heart for cookies and milk. Just right off to the left of that is our Cliff Dweller, which is a non-alcoholic concoction. Love for you to try it.
Oh,
Here,
I'd love to, yeah.
As you're trying that, you'll see here with the course of our pork-inspired. It's a little tiki characteristic. We have citrus juices in there, a little bit of hibiscus grenadine, coconut. We top that off with a little ginger ale to make it nice and refreshing. Not only do we have these great concoctions that are liquid, we have a chewable cocktail that people can enjoy. And we call this Oga's Obsession.
Oga's Obsession.
Or think of it as like a provision. You think about, if you're on a freighter and you need to have a little something to eat, or you're traveling throughout the galaxy, you can have one of these provisions. And this is one that we have.
Okay.
Give that a try. There's a little bit of, we have some blueberry popping pearls down there. That's a little cotton candy gelatin on there. And then swing yourself over and grab a little bit of the flavors right there. So here on the Fuzzy Tauntaun. This is a classic of think of a fuzzy navel, which has peach and citrus like orange in there. And then just up top, that's a layered foam that brings the exactness to it. We call it the buzzy foam or the fuzzy foam right there.
Mustache.
And it's gonna give it a few seconds or so. It's gonna kind of start to linger on the course of your palate in a numbing sensation.
Oh.
Makes it fun.
Oh. That is a very fun drink.
A little odd. As we,
yeah, it's a weird feeling,
make
especially with the popping still going on. And I'm like,
yeah,
I got so many feelings going.
You've got it all. Some other concoctions that we have. Another souvenir vessel that we have is our Yub Nub. One of my personal favorites is the Dagobah Sludge Slinger. You got to have a great margarita in a cantina. Ours is called the Outer Rim, and then we have beers that have been transported in for the course of the freighters from across the galaxy. Come back early because we do have a Bloody Rancor.
This is a very unique selection that everyone of all ages will be coming here and enjoy something.
Absolutely. Travelers all ages, more than welcome to join us here at Ogas Cantina.
And of course, personally, I just want to briefly mention Rex. He DJ R3X now.
Yeah, he might not be the best starship pilot, but he crashed into the course of Batuu, and then we've had a chance then to resurrect him to becoming our great DJ.
All right, so I've had a blast here at Spy Outpost on Batuu. It is now open here at Walt Disney World Resort. I highly suggest everyone come out here and experience this land. Now, remember, don't tell anyone that we got a sneak peek of Rise of the Resistance, okay? I don't think that was supposed to be well-known information. What?
Did you hear Rise of the Resistance?
No, I didn't hear that.
Communicating to? Who is this?
There's no one.
No one. I'll be the judge of that. Go on. What were you saying about resistance?
I was saying...
Please take your time.
Perhaps
a prisoner transport is what's needed.
No, I don't think.
Please.
No, I don't
Yes.
think this is not needed. Okay, I didn't do it. It was Hondo's fault.